Not a bad evening on our hands, and the night is shaping up to follow suit. A little more cloud cover building in, but still, if that's the only blemish to the night, we're doing pretty well for ourselves. 20s and some 30s for overnight lows, the latter more likely the farther west you go. And that will set the stage for the first of 2 days where we are well above average on the thermometer. 50s and 60s, not out of the question for some. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up, but until then, First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
The Children's Home Society is launching a new campus in western South Dakota. What it means for the community just ahead.
Plus, a big honor for a Southwest Minnesota artist. We have an update on the designs for a new Minnesota flag. And
lawmakers look to tackle the rise of anti-Semitism on college campuses. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. First off, we're getting a look at Governor Kristi Noem's priorities for the upcoming legislative session.
Noem delivered her budget address to lawmakers in Pierre earlier this afternoon, and KELOLAND's Dan Santella is there. He joins us now live with the key highlights from the address. Good afternoon, Dan.
Hey, Kelly, Don. This space here was considerably fuller this afternoon at 1 o'clock when the governor gave her annual budget address. And in it, the number 4 was of prime importance, right? She's recommending a 4% increase for state employees, for healthcare providers, and for education. That was a big theme of the speech. Another one, she also touched on the proposed men's prison in rural Lincoln County. Of course, this has received considerable attention. It's slated to open in 2028, go between Canton and Harrisburg. The governor said she'd like to put $228 million to this effort. You're going to hear from the governor herself coming up tonight on KELOLAND News at 5, at 6, and at 10. And I'll have another live report for you in about an hour. Reporting live in Pierre, Dan Santella, KELOLAND News.
All right. Thanks so much, Dan.
Well, good day to be out traveling. Boy. It was pretty nice out there, Adam.
Yeah, the big difference was the lack of a wind in place, especially West River, where we had to deal with, to say the least, a blustery start to the work and school week. Today, though, noticeably different. We'll kick things off this hour in Aberdeen. We had some fog earlier this morning. Now a blue sky above, 37 in Brown County. Nice light southerly breeze at just 9 miles per hour. Not to be outdone, Huron also looking good today, 42. There's Campbell Park, front and center. South wind coming up at just 5 miles per hour. Overall, it was a very nice day to get outside if you had the chance to do so. And if you're ready for those warmer temperatures, well, you got a bit of a preview of that this afternoon out west. Custer at 53 along with Buffalo. Spearfish sitting at 50, 40 though for Worthington as well as Sisseton. A couple of 30s though hanging tough. Saw Aberdeen a little bit earlier. Brookings and Watertown both at 38, 36 in Ortonville. If you were in the central portion of South Dakota, you were a little bit chillier compared to the same point yesterday afternoon, but the southwestern portion of South Dakota warming up quite nicely. 18 degrees warmer in Custer, 9 degrees warmer in Pine Ridge. Beyond some cloud cover, which came streaming down from North Dakota and northeastern Montana, that has really been just about it. And even then, not everybody got in on that cloud cover. East River, especially the further south and east you went, it was a predominantly blue sky kind of day. Perfect opportunity to get outside if you had the chance to do so. If not, there is tomorrow. Tomorrow's shaping up to be pretty nice as well. A little breezy, but we're talking about temperatures in the 50s and even into the 60s in December. Yeah, we don't get that very often. That's exactly what we'll have in southeastern and northeastern KELOLAND as well. To the west, firmly in the 60s and by a healthy margin in a couple of locations. These are temperatures that are upward of 20 or so degrees above average for this time of year. And we're going to do it more than once in this short-term outlook. But by the weekend, we do try to moderate a little bit. We'll talk about your full 7-day forecast as we head through the hour.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Adam. A Pierre man is in the Hughes County Jail tonight, accused of murdering a teenage girl on Thursday. 23-year-old David J. Shangro Jr. is accused of stabbing 17-year-old Evie Maxey to death. On Thursday night, authorities responded to a report of an intoxicated man causing a disturbance at an apartment building on South Brule Street, not far from the state capitol. When authorities spoke with Shangro, court documents say that they noticed blood on his hands. When they searched the apartment, they found Maxie's body. Neighbors reported hearing loud music, banging noises, and a scream. Shangro is scheduled to make his first court appearance on Thursday. A Sioux Falls man is headed to federal prison for a carjacking. It's a case we've been following since May of last year. That's when 26-year-old Jose Uribe was getting a ride from someone, and he pulled out a shotgun and stole their car. The judge sentenced him to 12 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release.
The Children's Home Society has been helping kids in the Black Hills for years and will now be moving to a bigger location in Rapid City. The facility is the old National American University building and will allow for more space and areas to be customized to fit the needs of those involved.
We are so excited to move into Rapid City, primarily because there's so many more clients we can serve, especially on the outpatient side. And if you heard our superintendent talk, certainly many children in Rapid City that need that extra help.
A closer look at the move and the impact coming up at 6. A Sioux City organization broke ground this week on a project aimed at helping teens in foster care. 6 tiny homes will be built for kids ages 16 to 21 who want to experience independent living. Organizers say the homes are more than just residential spaces.
We really see this as like a launching pad for them to gain the skills that they need, and then being able to get them to have established credit, so that they can go into another apartment in the community or even rent their own place or eventually maybe become a homeowner.
The project was funded by donations from the community with more than $1 million raised. The contractor of the project will begin work tomorrow.
Well, a church in southeast Iowa is raising money to help people in Ukraine. Atomwa's First Lutheran Church interim pastor will be making his 3rd trip to the Ukrainian battlefront. He will help deliver general aid to displaced people and distribute food to struggling families.
Terry chaplains there tell me that it means a lot to the people, and that's one of the reasons why, even though we haven't raised nearly as much money this time, just going in person to deliver what we have, each time we visit a household, each time we visit a battle position, it does mean a lot to folks that Americans came from a long way away to show encouragement and give them some assistance.
Miller says that his goal is to raise $17,000 to help those in need.